Whether or not the strategic airstrike in Kundang aimed at Sedano was successful, military intelligence marks a dramatic reversal in U.S. and coalition efforts in Indonesia. General Kellner predicted a favorable resolution within. Even if Sedano has survived, he's dropped so completely from public view that hostage taken by Sedano from the U.S. Embassy to Dili is still unaccounted for.
Fisher.
Yeah?
Operation ShadowNet is coming together better than anyone could have expected. Sedano's insurance policy is as good as canceled.
So what are the Joint Chiefs suggesting we do with Sedano?
We take him alive. We learned with Nicolads how assassinated leaders tend to be stubborn ghosts.
You need to infiltrate the TV station first. This is where Ingrid and Sedano are.
All right, ladies and gents, welcome back. I'm your host, CenterStrain01, and we have got more Splinter Cell Pandora tomorrow. This is a tough mission, definitely one of the toughest. There's also a few things that are different than the PC version in this mission, and we'll go over that a little bit later. But infiltration-wise is pretty simple. Follow the route that you see me do. We're going to be taking a rooftop route, which is going to be your best bet to get across without being seen. Maybe you can do it stealthily on the bottom, but there's no point. I think this is the way Sam Fisher would do it. He would get on the rooftops and he would go around all of these enemies. So if you follow here to the left, you'll actually see another area that you can climb up right here. Once you climb up, scoot along to the other side, and then we're going to continue along the roof. I think the roof option is the stealthiest way to actually get into this section. Now there are a few parts, especially the next section, which are just ridiculously tough to get by with no distractions and obviously no KOs. So before we even get into that section, as all of this is self-explanatory here, I'm going to explain a few things. So when you get to the next section, there's about a total of 5 guards. 2 are in the courtyard before you get to the sewer entrance. And then where the sewer entrance is, there's a total of 3 guards.
Thanks, man. Shouldn't take
So because of the patterns that the 3 guards do, the timing is very, very tough in order to be able to get by it. So this took me about a couple of hours, the second section, just to get the timing right. I tried different things. I tried different areas. I tried maybe shooting out some lights, but of course, I don't want to shoot out lights. That's never a goal of mine, to shoot out lights. So I decided we can figure this out. We can do it. And the route that I eventually end up taking here is the only one that I was able to find. Now, I don't know if it's any different on the PC, but there are a few things that are a little bit different. Lighting situations are a little bit different between PC and Xbox. So sometimes you can get through a section on PC that you actually can get through on Xbox because of the different lighting. And that's the same way for the PlayStation 2 version as well, but that one has a way more drastic difference.
Fatir, go ahead. Penyuk says your boys aren't wearing their headgear. That's right, sir. Night vision's not safe with the lightning. Flash-blinded snipers would be useless to you. So how are we covering the parking lot? We've got extra men down there. It should be fine.
So as you can see, if you do everything that I do, then you should be able to get by this part. Pretty simple. These are the 2 guys that are out in the courtyard before you get into where the sewer entrance is. Now this next section here is what's really, really tough. Is there are 2 guys that stand right next to the sewer hole, and then there's a 3rd guy that patrols around. So if you don't move forward from this point, the 3rd guy that patrols around does not move. He stays right at that section straight ahead, and he looks directly at the sewer hole. So the only way I was able to figure out was to actually get him to move by moving to this location, then he'll do his rounds. If you don't move to this location, he will not move, he will not do his rounds. He'll just stand there and stay there looking at the sewer grate the entire time. So now that we got him doing his rounds, that's what we want. The ideal situation is to have, as soon as our guy walks past us there, the other guy is turned around, they're both looking at each other. If you've done that, then you know that everything will line up. Otherwise, you might have to do a restart because things won't line up and it'll take you like 6 rotations before you're actually able to get to the sewer. Obviously, this is depending on not using any distractions. So as you can see, that guy is looking towards us and the other guy is looking towards the van. Don't worry about the guy towards the van. We need to inch ourselves up to where it's right on the first line. So in that middle left line of where our invisible meter is, if you go above that line, then this guy on the left will see you when he's coming back. And you can see he does his pattern all the way. But if you've done it exactly the way I do, at least on the Xbox version, I can't attest to the PC version, but at least if you do it like this, this is how you can get by. Otherwise, you cannot. There is no way on the Xbox version for you to get by in any other type of method without using any distractions. Just because of that third guy and the way that he does everything. It's took, like I said, 2 hours. I tried hundreds of different ways to do it. I tried staying on the left side before when I came in. I tried staying on the right side and going around the van to the other side, which is a plausible way as well, but it just doesn't work out with everything that you need because how close the guard is to the sewer crate. But here you're just going to want to move slowly. Get out your jammer. It's the only way to get past this camera. And hit RT before you actually get around the corner. Otherwise, the camera will see you automatically and you'll have alarm level 1. Here, as soon as you get past him, move as quickly as you can to get over into this dark space before the guy turns around. If you don't do it correctly, he's going to see you. You can still get through it, but since we don't want anyone to actually be aware of our location or see something that we haven't planned. So now we're going to move on to the next section. Not as tough to do, but still can be a little challenging. So go ahead and get out your thermals. Don't run. You want to crouch jump over to here if you can. Get up against this wall, and then you can start running. You don't have to take your time here. Stay up against the wall, and then you can just keep going. If you've done it in the correct amount of time that I have, then you don't have to worry about the light. There is a sniper guy up there, but he won't hear you or see you, and the light won't see you. So the next section here can be a little tough because it's another one of those, the guards do the exact same thing, so you've got to wait until their paths line up to give you just that brief few seconds of being able to get into the next area. The reason I say this is because when you jump on this thing that we're going to jump on up ahead, it is covered and bathed in light. And you'll see these two guys' patterns. You'll see what they do is always exactly the same thing. So you can't jump up into this little green patch right here because
there's a reason for that wolf
of what I said.
Under the wool. She's an honest-to-God agent. A lot more than that hapless desk jockey she was playing.
So really, you're just waiting until you get that perfect pattern to where the guy is going in that direction and the other guy is already turned. See, this is not the right one. You've got to wait just a little bit more. The next pattern should be the one where there's going to give us just enough time to get up and around. Unfortunately, they don't have the jump like they did in the original Splinter Cell. You can't jump from one corner to the other corner. I tried the corner jump and it doesn't work. But if you just be a little patient, then you can get up here. We are, however, going to do a split jump here. And then make our way up to the roof. You do need to shoot the roof. It shouldn't cause any alarm or anything like that, but you've got to shoot the roof just because you need to be able to get inside. I mean, I suppose you could melee it, but I'm not sure actually if you could even do that. So just shoot the roof. It's not going to be that big of a deal. And make your way inside. There's only one guard in here. You can actually get by him pretty easily.
Realize that no war will ever again be fought away from their shores. The Americans will never understand the cost of their rich, fat, blissfully lazy lives until the American people have felt the sting of the terror the rest of the world bears for the sake of their affluence. Nothing.
Obviously, stick to the shadows. He is going to be coming back. Don't move too far forward because you'll see the light will end about right here. So make sure you go back a little bit. Wait till he goes by and then go ahead and make your way towards the elevator. Try to be a little quick because he does turn around and he will be able to see you. I just took way too much time here. Almost got caught, but we didn't. And we'll move on to the next area of the game.
As long as they insist on threatening.
And now you need to find Carlson. Sedano's keeping her around as a translator and bargaining chip, but she can move through the station with relative freedom. We're hoping she can quietly get you close enough to Sedano to grab him alive. Sedano needs to be caught by surprise.
Obviously, you're going to wait till that guard is looking in the other direction. Both of them were looking at the same location, so you do want to wait and not just rush into there. You're going to do another one of those split jumps right here. And make your way into the next area. We're going to be using a pipe to climb. Don't rush and get on the pipe. Give it about a few seconds and then get on the pipe. If you're too quick, even though you're completely in the dark, somebody will still hear something for whatever reason. I'm not sure. But just wait a few seconds. And also, and I think I said this in my previous walkthrough, whoever decided that this drum set, it was a drum set, has never played drums in their life. They set up the toms like they're quads, and there's no floor tom, and the cymbals are just in a line. It's the most ridiculous, and I'm just a drummer, so I see these things. But we're going to go ahead and drop down. Make sure you tap Y and then tap B twice, so you land softly, and then we're going to move on.
How much longer will this take?
20 minutes at least. I told you my Hebrew's only passable.
Sedano's waiting for it.
I'm doing the best I can. Where did this come from?
You know I can't tell you that.
There's something in here about the Angel's X. I'm putting a note next to it that I don't know the translation. You might want to point that out to Sawadi.
Sure. Just hurry up.
All right, so what I did was I showed you that there is a two-way mirror, or a one-way mirror, should I say, that that the other person can look in. Now, because of lighting situations and whatnot, you do need to distract this guy, but just do a running distraction. Otherwise, as soon as you enter the room, you don't have enough time to get to the switch, at least in the Xbox version. There's just too much light around, and he will see you every single time. So what we're going to do is just do a little running distraction here, not like a whistle or anything. That's going to get him up so that you can actually do this. As you can see, there's just too much light, and there's no way for you not to be seen coming into the room right there.
Hello, Ingrid.
You? I didn't think it would be you.
You knew somebody was coming?
I've managed a few brief exchanges with the agency, enough to know I need to get you close to Sedano.
Can you do that?
Yeah, there's a retinal scanner on the studio I've been authorized for.
You made yourself friendly fast.
Sure, Sedano's a sucker for a smiling woman. Would have been a different story if Saab were around. We've hired a chopper to pull Sedano out. If you can get him outside, we can get him back to the States.
Ingrid's a godsend.
I keep pinching myself.
Play along. Trail her to the warehouse. It's our...
All right, so move quickly as possible to get behind her. If you do not, there's a glitch on the Xbox where a guy on the left side of the wall on the place that we were at where the drum set was sees us or hears something. I don't know why, but that happens every time unless you get out of that room, at least on my walkthrough, as quickly as possible. It is completely a glitch, and it was very frustrating because I had no idea where it was actually coming from. But here we're just going to deactivate this, and we're going to move to the left side. There is a conveniently placed bottle, and we're going to need to use this bottle. Remember, I'm trying not to use the whistle at all. Maybe you could use the whistle, but I think the bottle's a good one to do. We're going to throw the bottle inside this room here to get this guy to look in the opposite direction. Once all clear, then you can get by him. Now you can either throw it into the next room or you can throw it there. I recommend throwing it there because sometimes when you try to throw it into the next room, a glitch can happen and the guy can screw up. Now here's the thing. This guard here, they really expected you to take him out. The guard that we just distracted, he glitches in this area. It's really, really weird. But this is the part where you have to take like I think it's 5 or 6 soldiers out. So in order to do this, we're going to be using the tools that we have available to us, sticky shockers, and just whatever we have. Unfortunately, we don't have any smoke grenades, so we can't do that. That would be the easiest method, obviously, because you can just do smoke grenades and take them all out.
You'll have to take the left-hand path. I might get slowed down with the guard, so wait for me on the other side.
So if you wait here, you're in the dark, so they can't see you.
We just intercepted a call from South. He blew Miss Carlson's cover.
If Sedano knows she's CIA, any one of these guerrillas might gun her down. Don't let that happen.
And then we're going to use our diversion camera to kill a few with gas. And there you go. Now that guy right there, he will just stay and look right there at the door. I mean, I actually think his programming is done, meaning you could walk right in front of him and you don't even have to worry about him seeing you. His program stops when you get into this area, so like you can knock him out and he still won't even fall. He's just dead. There is, however, one other guy here, but there's a glitch. So he just ends up being, as you can see, stationary right there. And unfortunately, he just glitched out or whatever, looking in the whatever direction there. So I did this a few times, and I didn't want to have to do it again because this part can be very, very tedious. So if you do the method that I do, I found it to be very, very simple and easy. Now, again, if we had smoke grenades, I mean, obviously all of that would have been so much easier. You could sticky shock the first couple of people and then do what you have to do on the rest with smoke grenades if that's what you need to. Because I really like using the smoke grenades, but if there's any on the map, I didn't look around to find them, so.
Hey, it's my guardian angel. Thanks.
Are you alright?
Still breathing. Here, I'll open the door.
Once I have Sedona, where do I meet you?
The roof. Not the most subtle option in the world, but we're not using a military chopper, so hopefully we'll have a chance to slip by.
Alright, so again, best method, for at least for myself, to take those guys out was to do 2 sticky shockers at the beginning, wait for the other ones to start coming, sticky shock them, diversion cam them as much as you can. Sometimes they'll go to the opposite side. If that happens, then just wait till he comes around the corner and then take him out. I mean, it should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. It wasn't too difficult to figure this section out, just trying to do it without obviously getting caught or taking any damage.
I need technicians. I need batteries. I need men in the studio now. Sedano's taping immediately.
I know your local intercept grabbed that, but you need to hightail it to the recording studio.
I'm getting a glut of side chatter about escape routes.
The studio's likely to be your last chance to grab Sedano. If he gets out, he'll either vanish or be killed, neither of which we can afford.
Alright, you're going to wait until this guard starts going in the other direction. Remember, there is one guard to the left here. It's hard to see them, but if you move too fast, he will be able to hear you and turn around. Get in this corner here because you just don't have enough opportunity to hide somewhere before the other guy turns around. But it's pretty easy to get through this section and shouldn't take you too long. Once he's done, then you're free to go ahead and move up. You're going to climb the wall to the right, and then you're going to get in the corner so that nobody can actually see you. You don't have enough time to get to this thing and actually get inside the vent. Only have enough time to get over to this corner, so just wait right here. And then, of course, wait until the guy turns around, and then rinse and repeat and do the same thing. Alright, last section up ahead is when you're going to grab Sedano. You can do it stealthily, but as soon as you grab him, all enemies are going to be on you, but they will not hit you as long as you're not giving them an opportunity to. If you stay on this corner right here, the light won't see you. And if you move quick enough You should be able to get by here without anyone noticing you. Stay on the right side as this guard is going to be heading down. Now you do want to wait just a few seconds here before you actually grab Sedano. Wait till he leaves. There you go. Now you're free to grab him and continue on.
Don't shoot! We can't take the risk of killing Sedano. Leave him now and you're dead.
At this point, you're just going to move forward and you're going to go to the retinal scanner, keeping you and the enemies safe for each other. Once you use the retinal scanner, don't worry, they won't shoot you. Continue to make your way all the way up.
Great work, Fisher. You're well on track to becoming history's most prolific unknown author of world events.
If I had any blood left, I'm sure I'd be blushing. Is Ingrid in position on the roof?
That's right. And the helicopter, too. Keep Sedano conscious until you've made visual contact with Carlson.
Can I get a confirmation, Fisher? Sedano's alive and you've got him?
Yes.
Fantastic. Don't worry about leaving a mess behind you on your way out. We're arranging a sweep up after you're gone.
We're not in the clear yet. Get Sedano to the roof. Ingrid's waiting.
But we only just met.
Kill me. I'm not afraid.
No such luck. Here, I would have gift wrapped him, but I couldn't find any duct.
It always shocks me how young he looks. Like a little kid compared to his face on television.
You honestly liked him?
No. Respect maybe, but I know he's a monster. He has a child's idea of war. Can't tell the difference between a citizen and a soldier. He thinks the whole world is a morally viable target.
There's only one nation on the planet fighting the whole world.
Huh. Whose side are you on?
You know I can't say that.
Yeah, I know. I don't know who you are or how you do what you do, but thank you. I hope we can work together again.
Where's the left?
All right, ladies and gents, there you have it. I can't tell you how tough some of those parts were. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, thank you so much for all the love and support. Love you all. Take care of yourselves, and we will see you on the final mission for Splinter Cell Pandora tomorrow. And then, yes, we'll be moving on to Chaos Theory. Love you. Take care of yourselves. Peace out.